Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm Amanda Fowler of Inspiring Inkin, and in today's video we're going to be making this cute little Santa gift box. This gift box I designed to hide or disguise gift cards. You know, the wallet sized gift cards that you get for games or music or even clothing. I just wanted a different way of giving it to somebody, so I've designed a little box for that purpose. So it has a little belly band which you just slide off, and then the box opens up like this, which I think is really cute. And then inside, as I said, perfect size for a gift card. Obviously you could put jewellery or chocolates or all sorts of different things in there, but the size is designed for that. Okay, now this is a Santa box. I have made an elf version as well, and I'll go through the colours. The box is very similar to this, but I'll go through all of the colours and what I did different right at the end of the video. So we'll concentrate on the Santa box first. Okay, so what you're going to need is some real red cardstock, basic black cardstock, Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper, gold foil paper, 2 punches, the oval punch and the decorative label punch. That's how we're going to make the buckle. And I also used the decorative dots embossing folder just to make a bit of texture on the belt. So I'll go through all of those things as we make it. Now, I've designed it so you can get 2 of the long pieces out of A4 cardstock because it's only 4 inches wide. So I hope that'll help with your being frugal with your card. Okay, so measurements first. This long piece is 4 inches by 9 1/4, and you need one of those, and you need one piece which is 4 inches by 5 inches. You need 2 pieces of Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper. This is 1 inch by about 5 inches. And then I've cut a 1 inch strip from a piece of A4 cardstock. And then you just need scraps of the gold foil. I'm going to bring in my scoreboard and take the smaller piece first. Now, if don't frantically try and write down all the measurements. All the measurements you'll find at the bottom of the video in the details. Normally you have to click see more and it sort of opens it up, or you'll find it on my blog, which is www.inspiringinkin.com, and there'll be a direct link to this project on my blog on my YouTube channel as well. You can also find me on Facebook and Pinterest, and this should be there too. So hopefully you can just enjoy watching the video and get the measurements there afterwards. So it doesn't matter which side you put this small piece in. You're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch all the way around. So that's just a really easy measurement to do. And then on this longer piece, with the long piece, the 9 1/4 at the top, you're going to score at 2 3/4, at 6 1/2, and 7 1/4. So you've got 4 lines, and then turn it round and you're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch and 3 1/4 inches. Okay, so we can put the scoreboard away. Now use your bone folder and really reinforce all of the score lines. This is a box that you actually want to open and close really easily, and by going over all of the score lines, what you'll find is that will be exactly what will happen. It will move much better, much easier. You can actually bend it back the other way as well. I'm just going to do that for those side pieces. And then this one as well. This is actually a really quick box to do, so if you're time pressured at the moment in the lead up to Christmas, then you'll be able to make quite a few of these quite quickly. Now what we're going to do is on this little bit, this is actually going to be the box that's inside, so it's going to be like a little tray, and what you're going to do is cut tabs. So you're going to cut four tabs. Let me show you. So just like making any ordinary box, you're just going to cut those like that. But it's really important that you take a tiny sliver off each of those edges. So it's like a little wedge shape. And what that does is it just makes the box close easier, and it just gives it a nicer finish, neater finish. So just take the time to do that. So this is the last one. Okay. And then with the longer piece, you've got these 4 little squares. You're going to cut each side of those, and again cut just a tiny wedge shape from each of them. So cut on the score line and then just cut a tiny little bit, and each time it's the flap that you're cutting, not the bit that you not the straight piece, it's the little flap. So 2 more to do. Okay, and then you're going to cut off these 2 long pieces. So let's just snip that off. Now you can do it on your paper trimmer if you want to, but these big scissors cut a nice really straight edge, so I'll use those. Okay. Right. So this is what you're going to be left with. Now before we start assembling the box, what you're going to be doing is sticking the strips of glimmer paper on. Now when I was first making the box, I noticed that if you put the glimmer paper right to the edge of the real red cardstock, sometimes you could just see a little tiny bit of it, and it just didn't finish it off right. So you'll be able to see I have overlapped a tiny bit all the way around, so that it is purely glimmer paper that you see on the edges, not the real red cardstock. So these pieces are too big, obviously, for what we need, but we'll trim them down. So let's find some Tombow. A trick here is to put the glue onto the box, not onto the glimmer paper, because you're going to be leaving a little bit of glimmer paper over the top. You don't want glue on there, because then it will stick to things it shouldn't be sticking to. So just going to align that up on that edge, and the same on this edge, and you can see what I'm actually doing is working out how much glimmer paper is going to be over there just by lining it up, and then put my glue on. So let's just line that up on the edge. Okay, now just make sure it is where you want it to be. Because it's Tombow, My favourite, trusty Tombow. Because it's Tombow, you can move things around a little bit. And then just bend over on that score line. And the same on this one. And then what you can do is trim it off. Now again, trim it just slightly longer than the real red. I mean, it's only 1 millimetre or 2, but honestly, it really makes a difference. Okay, we're nearly finished. So, let's make the tray piece. So I'm going to put glue on these little tabs. And then just fold them in and hold them together. And it will just take a second or two. Just take the time just to make sure that the corners are nice and neat. And then put glue all over this tray base piece, and then you're going to put it on top of the box on this middle section here. Now it is slightly, it's the same width, but it's slightly shorter. So just leave a little gap either side. And then we're going to put these glue on these last tabs, and you're going to hold them up and hold them flat against the table, and then that will mean that that corner is definitely square. And then the same with this one. Hold it so it's square. And then that will just pop down there like that. That will pop down like that. Okay. So make the belly band now. So what I've got is a 1-inch strip of basic black. And if you find the middle-ish, and put that on there, and then just use your fingers and just gently squash on the top, turn it over and squash there and there. You're going to have a lot of overlap, so you can trim that down so it'll sit like so. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your embossing folder and run it through the Big Shot. Now what I want, and you'll be able to see here on this one, is I want bumps on the top, and then it will be debossed on the bottom. So all you're going to do is just fold those pieces down like that, and it will then just fit inside the embossing folder. Just make sure it's the right way up. So you're going to pop that in and you're going to run it through your Big Shot. Now with the magic of television, I'm just going to here's what I made earlier. And all you'll do then is just form it back around the box like so, and make sure when you're actually gluing it that it's not too tight. You don't want it really tight on the box, because then they won't be able to get the belly band on and off easily. Santa doesn't want his belt tied too tight, really, so just leave it fairly loose so it can slide on and off. Okay, last thing, the belt buckle. So use the oval punch first and then the decorative oval. And what that does is it means that you can line it up and make a smart buckle. And then you're going to trim a strip from the middle of this oval, like so, just like that. And use a glue dot, and I'm just going to roll the glue dot up just to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to put one on that point and one on that point there. And just trim it off. And then all I'm going to do is put some dimensionals on the corners. Now, you can actually use a whole dimensional if you want to, but cutting them in half will just make it, you don't have to line it up quite so perfectly then. And it's being frugal with your dimensionals. Okay. So let's just take off the backings and pop it down. And there you go. Let's tidy all of this up. So there you have your finished Santa box. As I said, it is really quick and easy. Now, I promised an elf version. This is my elf version, which I think is really cute. And also it's nice if you're giving, you know, multiple cards, different people, it's nice to have a variation. I am working on a spring variation, so when I get that one done, I will put a very quick video together to show you that one. So that will be an interesting one. It's going to be a more girly version. So the differences, measurements are all the same, obviously. The cardstock that I have used is Garden Green, so that's this. The belt is Real Red, and this is the black Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper and silver foil. So that's all the difference, just different colours. All the measurements are the same. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Remember, all the details and the measurements you'll find by clicking see more at the bottom of the video, or popping over to my blog www.inspiringinkin.com. You'll find me on Facebook and Pinterest too. On my blog there's lots of other creative inspiration as well as my videos, and you can subscribe to my emails too. Do leave me a comment or subscribe to YouTube. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Bye bye.